Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. We've got our good friend Charlene Patton all the way down from Topeka again with the Kansas Soybean Commission. Welcome back. So we are in August. School is either starting soon or may have already started for some. And we've got some great back to school recipes, just some great recipes in general. All of them in the Soy Foods Guide so far.
And this one is an extra one.
Okay.
So you can still order the Soy Foods Guide, but this recipe came from the Soy Foods Council this summer. And you could do it on the outdoor grill, but I loved it. It was easy. It only has 3 ingredients. And I thought another great recipe for families to have for back to school when they're looking for those easy meals to have in the evening. What we're doing here is we're making a special sauce. It uses miso and apricot preserves.
Okay.
So I'm going to add the miso here, and they used red, and the miso is just a fermented soybean sauce that you can use. It adds just a little bit of extra flavor and zest, so we're gonna just stir that together. And then we'll use a little bit of this actually on our tenderloin. And this recipe calls for a turkey tenderloin. Well, I wanted to show that you could also use pork tenderloin.
Okay.
And most of the soybeans in Kansas are used to feed livestock. So we're using our pork today. Now I've mixed that together, and I'm going to take some out now because this is one that you can then serve with your meat after it's done.
Okay.
And the rest of this here, I'm going to put on the pork tenderloin. Would you salt and pepper it for us? Great.
Whoa. Be a bit of a spicy tenderloin there.
And then I'm just going to dab this on here. And the reason I kept it separate is because we want to make sure that if our spoon would touch the pork and then go back in here, we wouldn't want to then serve this. It would need to be reheated. So keep that separate, and then I'm just going to brush this on there. Oh, it's going to be so good with that filling on there. And I should say I put parchment paper down here, and I sprayed it with some vegetable spray, which again is another soybean product. But spread that out with your pastry brush. This goes in the oven at 400 degrees.
Okay.
And then you want to make sure with the turkey tenderloin, if you're using that, then you want to cook it until about 165.
Okay.
But with the pork, we want to cook it at 145.
Okay.
So a little bit of difference, and be sure you put it in the very thickest part of the tenderloin to check it for the temperature. Take it out of the oven, let it set for about 10-15 minutes, and then cut it into slices like we have here, and then serve it with that extra sauce.
All right, so certainly an easy thing to do, just a few simple ingredients. And of course, you mentioned that this one, not in the Soy Foods Guide, comes from another source, but it is just another fantastic back to school recipe, and that's what we're featuring this month. If folks want that guide or any of these other recipes, what do they need to do?
They need to go to kansassoybeans.org or call our 800 number 877-KS-SOYBEAN. Ask for the August back to school recipes, and we'll send that to you. Also send you the Soy Foods Guide.
Excellent. Charlene, thank you so much. And if you missed any of that, you know where it'll be later this morning, KOAMnewsnow.com. We'll be back with more of the KOAM Morning News right after this.